Yeah, yo, this is Y Chromosome back with another video. That's a lame introduction, isn't it? But anyways, I've been inspired to upload wrestling videos because there was somebody who recently just subscribed to me about a week ago, maybe about a week and a half ago, and I was looking on this page just out of curiosity. And I found out he likes wrestling, and I started following wrestling. Um, when was it? I started following it about 2 years ago, but I didn't follow the current events until about late last year. So before I was just watching old video clips because I stopped watching it back in 2010. But anyways, that's for another video. I'll give you my wrestling history. But for now, on this video, I like to talk about wrestlers that I want to see turn face. Because I noticed that a lot of people ain't talking about this on YouTube. They're not talking about, they talk about wrestlers they want to see go heel, or because their career sucks, or they get no reaction. They want to see them go heel, but that's cool and all. I like watching videos like that, but I don't see anybody talking about wrestlers that go face and why and how will they book it. But I see the heel ones though. I see the heel talk. Anyways, I have, let me see, 4 wrestlers here. Stephanie McMahon. Yes, I said Stephanie. You heard me right. Elias Sampson, The Miz, and Liv Morgan. Okay? These are 4 wrestlers who I would like to turn face. Stephanie's at the top, of course. Elias Sampson just turned face last night before I uploaded this video. So I'm glad he's faced because he's been miscast for it's fucking ridiculous how long he's been miscast. He just was in a wrong role. He was already over with the crowd, and he just was just shitting on every crowd, every city he went to, shit on the sports teams, the people, and I'm like, they're not even booing you, not really. I'm like, they're mostly cheering you, Elias. That's crazy. So I'm glad he turned face last night. I hope it's a face turn, because YouTube videos, they're all up like, ooh, Elias turned face, So let's talk about Stephanie, because she's the top. I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna book him to turn not heel, face. Stephanie McMahon. Her reason would be she wants to be remembered as a good person, because Stephanie is getting to the point, she's getting older now, and she's been a face. Jesus Christ, she's been a heel most of her career. If not all of it, since she's been on WWE. Back in the Attitude Era, she's been a good heel. She sat with Triple H, married a guy, ended up marrying him for real. They have at least 2 daughters now. And so what the thing is, the story would be like this. Stephanie is getting to the point where she wants to be remembered as a good person. She doesn't want to be remembered as a bitch, aka a snotty person, a disciplinarian type of person that's like a dictator type of personality, because she's a $1 billion princess. She's a bitch. If she was younger, it was great. You know what I'm saying? But now she's an older woman now. She's like Triple H is like 49 years old, and Stephanie's got to be around that age. I'm thinking maybe a little younger. I think she's younger than he is. I should have looked up her age before I uploaded this, but she's up there. She's getting up there. You can see, and she wants to remember as a good person. So what happens is, how I would book it would be, she just pretty much comes out and says it. It's like, I know that throughout the years I've been a bitch, so to speak. She can't say it on PG, but she could still say it, bring it out. She don't have to say bitch because she can't say that word on PG WWE. I fucking hate PG WWE, but that's a video for another time. She can't say that, but she can get that, but she can get a point across. She's tired of being the bad girl, the bad woman. She wants to change, and the audience may not take to it. They may not agree with her, wanting to change, they'll just boo her as, oh, you just full of it, But eventually she ends up doing good things, like setting up good matches and making sure the heels don't cheat, and if they do cheat, they will be reprimanded for it. That's pretty much it. But Triple H, he'll be like, oh, so you trying to turn over a new leaf now, huh? She goes, yeah. She goes, we're not going to live forever, I'm tired of being the bad guy, so to speak. I know it sounds corny, but she's tired of being the antagonist. She's tired of being the heel. She wants to do good. She's mature enough. She has 2 daughters now. She wants them to look up to a one. She wants to be a good mother to her daughter. She wants to lead a good example. She's a mother now, like I said. She wants to be a good example to her kids. And that would be like her motivation of turning face, That's pretty much all I had about Stephanie. The next one is Elias. He turned face last night, which was great. But not how I would book it, but I'm glad he's face now. I hope he is. Elias Reason will be encouraged to be good from Bailey, because they had a mixed match tag team. There was a mixed match tag team some time ago. I think it was probably 2 years ago, a year ago maybe. And I would have thought, if I would have saw that, if I was around watching, I would have thought that he was going to turn face, because it looked like he was. Because she was rubbing on him in a good way. It's like I would have used that as to him to go face. She's all happy and people love her, and he realized he wants to be loved like Bailey does. He didn't come around immediately, but eventually came around, and her loyalty to the fans and her not cheating, being a good girl, and all that encouraged him to do the same, because like I said, you are who you hang out with, So it's like people will have an influence. If you hang around with positive people, they tend to have positive influences on you. And if you hang around negative people, they tend to have negative influences on you. That's how it goes. So that's what happened with Elias when he teamed up with Bailey. Okay, so The Miz. Yes. The Miz. I know a lot of people like The Miz. I was never a big fan of him, to be honest. I just never got into him. Maybe he has to go face me to like him, because I do like. I think I would start getting into him if he turned face. I would, because he already has. He could get over easy. I like the way he introduces his guests on this Miz TV show. I like the way he does that. He makes it exciting. He got that voice, and he could be a great example for young kids. Miz, he's like a big brother. He has that big brother look about him. And if he was to go face, he'll be a nice role model to the young kids who watch this program. I'm about to go on a rant, but I don't want to get off topic. Those are videos from other times, how I feel about the product right now. So anyways, the Miz motivation would be, he was encouraged by his wife, Maurice, not to cheat. At first the Miz didn't like it. He's like, why? You know what I'm saying? I don't cheat. He goes in denial mode. Everybody knows he cheats to win, and he knows it. And that's what and I think that's why people like him as a heel, because the Miz ain't shit. He can't wrestle for shit. He can't win without an upper hand, with some underhanded tactic. You know what I'm saying? But he parades himself like he's the best in the world, but he's not. And that's what I believe people like about him. That's what I believe. So it's like, he's an interesting heel, don't get me wrong. I'm just not really invested in him. It's like, I don't find him boring like I find a few other wrestlers on the roster, but I don't find him boring. I don't like him either. But it's like he's just like to see at times. But a face turn where I think would be good for him now, because he's been a heel for years and he's getting older now. So his wife Maurice encourages him, can you win a match without cheating? Then he go first, he didn't like it. Then he ends it up going at a match fighting against a face, most likely. And he actually wins the match without cheating. And the Miz is, I mean, not Miz, Maurice was proud of him for winning a match without cheating. And he's like, okay, you know. And then he fights again. And let's say he loses the next match against another face wrestler. He feels bad about it. He said, I could have did this, I could have did that, you know, to win, you know. But Maurice is like, I'm proud of you, I still love you, you know. At least you lost with dignity, you know. You lost, but you didn't cheat, you know what I'm saying? You lost fair and square. So the third match he ends up winning. The fourth match he ends up winning against another face wrestler, you know. And then he ends up turning good as a result. He becomes a face basically, you know, just like that. So that's all I got for him. Video's over 10 minutes already. Time flies when you're having fun. Anyways, Liv Morgan. This gonna take me some time to explain about her because she's my latest one. As you notice, I did them in order as I thought of them. Liv Morgan. Okay. She's pretty, she's cute and everything, and how I'm gonna turn her face is this. Her teammates, as I wrote here, her teammates feel she's a weak link, and she fails to maintain herself after Bree's botch. For those of you who are familiar with this incident with Bree, she kicked her in the head twice and gave her a concussion. Thank God it wasn't career ending. She was able to, and plus she was able to make it to the Australia Super Show. You know, she was able to perform there, even though Bree basically knocked her out. But I'm not going to talk about Bree and her botching. That's another video for another time, how I feel about it. But to sum it up, it's fucking ridiculous. Her boxing is ridiculous. I mean, that woman needs to go back and train. But I digress. Yeah, her teammates would say she's a weak link in the Riot Squad because there's three of them. It's Ruby Riott and Sarah Logan, and there's Liv Morgan. So they pretty much say, you know, we love you, but you're not the same anymore. You know what I'm saying? And Liv Morgan's like, what are you talking about? She say, and Ruby Riott, who's the leader, she will say something like, well, you couldn't even take a few kicks to the head. We had to put you out the match, you know. So I would use like a real life scenario to lead her into becoming a face. You know how the Riot Squad will get rid of her. So they ended up getting rid of her, and they beat her up in the middle of the ring because at first, the reason how they got her out there, they told us, we're going to take you out to the ring. We're going to tell you how much we love you. But in reality, they wanted to shame her and beat her up in front of the audience, you know. They want to shame her because they're ashamed of her. You know, so Liv Morgan is hurt. She's not even, I mean, she got beat up, but she's more hurt mentally because these two girls were like her close friends. You know, they were a heel faction. But that means nothing. She viewed Ruby and Sarah Logan as like sisters, you know. So that really hurt her when they turned on her in the middle of the ring like that. And she's like, I'm not the weak link, you know. You guys were my motivation to keep doing what I was doing, you know. She'll say that, you know. But they ain't listening, you know. So the fans end up. Hopefully, I would hope that they will end up sympathizing with her, you know, like she's a lone wolf now, and they end up sympathizing with her, and she goes on her own, and she ends up cutting a promo the next Monday night about like how she felt when they turned on her, you know. And she wants to fight both of them in the next pay-per-view, you know. And they're like, how you going to fight both of us when it's only you? So was it going to be a handicap match? She goes, no, of course not. I'm not going to come alone. So she points to the entrance, and out comes, let's say, I ain't going to say Ronda Rousey because they've been fighting so much. People ain't going to be into no Ronda Rousey because they've been going, I mean, even though Ronda Rousey will be on Liv Morgan's side, it's still the same people in the match. They fought so many times. It's ridiculous. Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins versus the Wyatt Squad. We've seen that so many nights. People don't want to see that no more. So it definitely wouldn't be Ronda Rousey. It wouldn't be. It would be somebody like, I don't know. If Trish Stratus sticks around, I don't think she's going to stick around this god awful, uninteresting pay per view that's coming to this Evolution pay per view. I hope it bombs. WWE shows no interest in this pay per view whatsoever. But anyways, back to my point. If Trish chooses to stick around to this god awful pay per view, I would choose her to be Liv Morgan's partner. She's also not just her partner. Trish Stratus is also a mentor. So Liv Morgan looks to her like a mother / older sister figure. So she has hope, with Trish Stratus. That's why she chose her to be a partner to go against her former teammates, the Riot Squad. So there you go. Liv Morgan, a face. And I would like to see that, yes. It's like, Cause I didn't give a shit about Liv Morgan until she received that botch from Brie Bella. I didn't give a shit about her. I didn't until she received that botch. Only one I gave a shit about was Ruby Riott. That's it. Sarah Logan Liv more was just fill-ins. But I ain't, like I said, I didn't care about her until she received that botch. But anyways, some people actually said that botch made her pretty much a face anyway, even though she's still in the Riot Squad. I found that interesting, so that's why I added her on the list. And I was like, how would I do it? How would I book her? Well, these are my Stephanie, Elias, who's already turned face, The Miz, and Liv Morgan. That's all I have. I thought of a couple of more, but I don't want the video to last too long. It's going on 17 minutes now. I didn't think it was going to be this long to be. I thought it was going to be like 9 to 10 minutes long. But anyways, let me get out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You can like, comment if you desire. I appreciate comments. I love comments. I don't care if they're anti-comments that's against me. I don't care. Just leave it. I mean, I accept it all. If you don't like the video, I appreciate it. You explaining why you don't like it. It doesn't have to be an essay or a long paragraph. Just tell them what you didn't like about it. And maybe I can take it as good criticism and improve, And maybe you can add something what I missed. I don't know. But anyways, let me get out of here. This is Y Chromosome signing out. And y'all have a good day.